Mini episode 204 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by TV Howl, your home on the web for coverage of today's television scene and a look at the history of the medium as covered by big-time TV critic Adam Buckman. Follow them on the web at tvhowl.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hi, this is FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with your list of week-in, week-out fantasy football starters in 2012. As of mid-season, we are dropping Cam Newton from the list and adding Peyton Manning, Robert Griffin III, and Frank Gore. All plays are, of course, all things being equal, and assuming that players are healthy and that no other recommended options would edge these guys out on a week-to-week basis. But we feel that it's important to lay down a marker on guys you don't pull if healthy, because too many of our peers in this industry encourage reckless speculation on matchups from week to week, even with players you took in the first round. Our every week quarterbacks are Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Matthew Stafford, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Tony Romo. Our every week running backs are Arian Foster, Ray Rice, LaShawn McCoy, Maurice Jones-Drew, Chris Johnson, Ryan Matthews, DeMarco Murray, Marshawn Lynch, Michael Turner, Matt Forte, Darren McFadden, Trent Richardson, Adrian Peterson, Ahmad Bradshaw, Steven Jackson, and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. Our every week wide receivers are Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, Roddy White, Wes Welker, Andre Johnson, Mike Wallace, Greg Jennings, Victor Cruz, Hakeem Nicks, Jordy Nelson, Brandon Marshall, A.J. Green, and Julio Jones. Our every week tight ends are Rob Gronkowski, Jimmy Graham, Vernon Davis, Jermichael Finley, Aaron Hernandez, Antonio Gates, and Jason Witten. Welcome to mini episode 204 of the FDH Lounge and our presentation of the FantasyDraftHelp.com Insider in this format after 8 years on our previous platform. This is our NFL Week 8 preview. We're working with our good friend and fellow FDH Lounge dignitary Kyle Ross most weeks this season, bringing you the fantasy picks, but we're flying solo this week, so this will be a more straightforward run-through of our picks going position by position. We like 8 QBs this week. Jay Cutler, Andrew Luck, Sam Bradford, Ben Roethlisberger, Matt Hasselbeck, Mark Sanchez, Matt Ryan, and Carson Palmer. We like 6 running backs, Alfred Morris, Michael Bush, Reggie Bush, Darren Sproles, Pierre Thomas, and Willis McGahee. We like 16 wide receivers, Eric Decker, Demaryius Thomas, Andre Roberts, Percy Harvin, Vincent Jackson, Steve Smith, Malcolm Floyd, Randall Cobb, James Jones, Reggie Wayne, Nate Washington, Deshaun Jackson, Dwayne Bowe, Dominic Hickson, Miles Austin, and Dez Bryant. We like 7 tight ends, Brandon Pettigrew, Dwayne Allen, Kobe Fleener, Jared Cook, Tony Gonzalez, Heath Miller, and Marcellus Bennett. For those playing in leagues with a flex position, note that this is the widest gap yet this season between recommended running backs and wide receivers, as we like 10 more wideouts. So all things being equal, you're going to find much more luck fishing in that particular stream this weekend. Teams on the bye are Baltimore, Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Houston. Additionally, there are 4 more teams that we have labeled as all out, meaning that we don't like any of their marginal players: Cleveland, Seattle, Jacksonville, and San Francisco. Conversely, we have 3 teams listed as all in, meaning that we like all of their marginal players in addition to their every week ones: Atlanta, Dallas, and the New York Giants. Every week, we also recommend 5 of these players as especially strong, and this week's slate includes Jay Cutler, Willis McGahee, Demaryius Thomas, Reggie Wayne, and Tony Gonzalez. Thanks for checking us out. Again, for a more comprehensive look at this year's fantasy football season, download our free guide, Fantasy Football Draftology 2012 at FantasyDraftHelp.com, and you can also download our brand new guides for this year's fantasy hoops and fantasy hockey. Go break off a little value on your opponents in fantasy sports, and be sure to sample our other Nothing is Off Topic mini episodes including our recent conversations with media superstars Ernie Johnson and Robert Flores from the FDH Lounge.
As we bring the show to a close, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all Clear Channel affiliates, TNT, TBS, USA, UPN, Deadspin.com, YouTube.com, YTMND.com, MySpace.com, various blogs, Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, IamBoard.com, Billboard.com, Google.com, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, NBA TV, NFL Network, Sports Time Ohio, Athlon Magazine, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, The Boomerang Channel, QVC, BET, The Spice Channel, Steno Notebooks, Manwich, Papermate Office Supplies, waitresses, strippers, bartenders, garbage men, janitors, microwave popcorn, the writers of The Office, Scrubs, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Oz, Metalocalypse and the Boondocks, Aquafina, and The Periodic Table of Elements.